Hey there, church! Did you know that the thoughts that we entertain have the potential to become our perception for how we see reality? For example, when I used to work at a bank, we had to balance our drawers at the end of each day. One day, my drawer was more than $200 under what it was supposed to be. And as a bank manager, it'd be easy to look at this and assume that I pocketed the $200. But the truth was that I had given that money to a coworker so that they could give change to a customer in 20s. I had simply forgotten to mark that earlier in the day. The manager's perception was that I stole money, but the truth was that it was simply 5 feet away from me in my coworker's drawer. In Acts chapter 16, Paul and Silas are stuck in prison, but they're not as discouraged as maybe we would expect them to be. It says that their feet were shackled, yet they were worshiping and praising throughout the night. Our perception is that they are stuck in prison, but the truth is that they were more free than they had ever been because they had the Spirit of God with them. In the middle of them praising and worshiping, there began to be an earthquake that shattered the walls of the prison. This allowed all of the prisoners to escape. And verse 27 says this: "The jailer woke up, and when he saw the prison doors open, he drew his sword out and was about to kill himself because he thought the prisoners had escaped." What the Holy Spirit revealed to me in this passage was that this was not the first time that the jailer had entertained the thought of suicide. I strongly believe that at some point this jailer had told himself that if he were to ever fail, that his life would be no longer worth living. It was because he was willing to entertain an evil thought that he was only a moment from that becoming his reality. His perception was that his life was ready to be done, but the truth was that God had greater plans for him. Later that night, the jailer surrendered his life to Christ along with everyone in his home. 2 Corinthians 10 verse 5 says, "We demolish arguments and every pretension that has set itself up against the knowledge of God. We take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ." Church, do not let one thought derail you from your destiny. Take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. Your perception may be that you are losing, but the truth is that God has already won the battle. We love you guys, and we hope that you have an incredible day today.